Hi everyone, my name is Becca and I'm the music teacher over at Becca's Music Room, and I have been teaching online for 6 months. In March, we went on spring break and we never went back to school. We ended up being virtual the rest of the year, and then we started out this year, the 2020-2021 school year, virtually. And may I just say, it sucks. Now, I had a really hard time in the spring with just kind of everything. It was very stressful to me. Things kept changing and changing and changing, as I'm sure it was happening to you. And I wasn't getting a lot of participation, and it was just very stressful time in general. That's why I have been focusing so much on self-care over on my Instagram and talking about it in the self-care teacher challenge, which if you would like to join, you still can. You can click the link down below to get that, because self-care is important to really stay on it now. Now, if you are in my boat and you are still virtual, or you were back in school but now you're virtual, I would like to share a little bit of encouragement that I have found throughout this school year. Now, like I said, last school year was a struggle bus, but this year I really feel like I have had a better grip on things, partially just because I know a little more of what to expect, partially because more of my students are coming, partially because my schedule is just better, and partially because I actually did some things to myself to make sure that things were going to be better. So the first thing I want to say is that this really sucks. Just saying, it sucks. And I want more than anything to be back in school, singing with my kiddos, dancing with my kiddos, doing all the fun stuff we normally do, and teaching them music. But instead, I'm on Zoom watching their mouths to see if they're, you know, echoing after me, which is awkward because there's about a 4-beat lag. So when I say things, it's like 4 beats and then they say it. It's really great. But the second thing I want to tell you is how I have managed to work through this, except that it sucks, and do a little better. And so the second thing is that if you want to be able to handle this school year, you need to change your mindset. I know that's not like the most profound thing ever, but it's true. This really sucks. The whole situation is just terrible, something we never thought that we would be in. But we're here, and you can either, you know, be grumpy about it, or you can find a way to make the best of it. It's not gonna make the situation better, but it will make you feel better. Now, what do I mean by change your mindset? I've been hearing a lot of people make the comment, oh, I'm starting over this year. I have to start over from scratch. I feel like a first-year teacher. I get that, but also it's not true. It's something you're telling yourself that is maybe how you feel, and that's legit, but it's not really the truth, because a first-year teacher knows, like, you know, 2 lessons. You know more than 2 lessons, even if you have to adapt them. A first-year teacher doesn't know how to build relationships with their students. You know how to do that, even if you have to adapt it. So even though things look different, it's not completely new. It's kind of like starting at a new school, or just a new job, or a new grade, maybe switching grades. It's more like that. You know kind of what to do, but you don't fully know what to do. Now, one thing that has happened that has helped me is that for a very long time I was thinking, oh my gosh, we can't do that activity, oh, we can't do that activity, it's a chase game, oh, we can't do that song, oh, we can't do that. And one day I just kind of looked at myself and I said, so what can we do? And switching from we can't do this to what can we do has made all of the difference in the world, because now I'm not sitting here grumbling about what I can't do. I'm sitting here thinking, okay, how can I take this lesson I would typically do in school and adapt it to my kiddos this year? How can I do this on Zoom? How can I do this without actually physically being in the same room as my students? And it's a much better question to ask yourself, and it produces better results. So instead of thinking, oh, I have to start over, or oh, we can't do that, I want you to start thinking, what can we do? What are some things that we could do? And start there. Look at this year as if it's a challenge, something that you're learning, something that's new and exciting. And yes, again, it sucks. However, we're trying to reframe the problem so that you have an easier time dealing with it. So look at it like it's something new and like it's a challenge and like it's new and exciting and you're learning. You are gonna grow so much this year. So much this year. Maybe in an area you didn't plan on growing in, but you're gonna grow a lot and you're gonna be so much of a better teacher on the other side of this. So look at it like a challenge. The second thing I want you to do is not just look at it like a challenge, but start your lesson planning with what you would typically do. So if you're going over quarter rest, what songs would you typically do for quarter rest? What activities would you normally do during quarter rest? And then see if you can take that activity and make it work. You can still sing on Zoom. Yeah, it's a little weird. Yeah, you gotta keep the kids muted. Yeah, there's a lag, but you can still sing. You can still do those things. You can share your screen and show the PowerPoints you would show in school. You can do many things that you do in class. You can have kids clap rhythms. You can have them do play along videos. You can do all of those things to practice quarter rest. No, you probably can't use ukuleles because they don't have ukuleles at home, but you can have them use a book as a drum or use a box as a drum and play the rhythms that way. You can have them clap their rhythms. You can have them get a little more creative in the way that they are making their music. Look at this year like a challenge. Start with what you already know so that you're not reinventing the wheel, so that you're not a first year teacher, so that you're not starting over from zero. And the last thing I'm going to tell you is kind of the opposite of what I just told you, and that is try new things. So when you get to those sections that just aren't gonna work, for example, if you normally would do this song and then play a chase game, you're probably not gonna play a chase game on Zoom because I don't know how that would work. So instead, take the time you would do that chase game and put something new there. So instead of my whole lesson being completely new and completely different, just take that one section out and put something new there. Try something new, maybe try some technology you've never tried before. Maybe decide, okay, I'm gonna figure out how to use Google Slides, or I'm gonna use Chrome Music Lab, or I'm gonna use Little Kids Rock. Take those sections that just aren't gonna work and find something new for that section, but make it, 5-10 minutes of new stuff and not 30 minutes of new stuff, so that you're not spending all of your time and effort and thought and brain power trying to come up with new things. And when you try those new things, approach it like it is something new and exciting. I even tell my students, I'm like, look, I've never used this before. I'm learning how to use it and I want you to learn with me. And when you phrase it like that, the kids are more excited about it, you're more excited about it, you give yourself more grace, and the kids are gonna forgive 90% of what you do anyway, so it's not gonna be a problem to them. I know that this school year is not what it should be, and it's going to continue to not being great. Unfortunately, there's only so much we can actually do to change that part, but we can change our mindset. So don't get stuck in thinking all of these negative thoughts. Get stuck in all of the positive things instead. Now, if you are teaching on Zoom and you do want to replace, those sections and try some new things, I have a completely free PDF that has 3 or 4 pages of Zoom lesson ideas that have all sorts of different things that you can do. There's movement activities, listening activities, activities for kids reading and writing, and just doing all of the things. There's tons of ideas on there, and it will definitely help get you started on those sections that you just can't do on Zoom like you could in class. So check the link down below to grab that freebie because it is gonna be like gold. And I hope this video was a little bit helpful. I like to keep mine very tactical strategies, so that's why I was like, all right, 1, 2, 3, here are the 3 things you're gonna do. But I know that it's not gonna be easy. It's not easy for me. I just wanted to give you a few ideas for how I've made it a little better on myself and how you can make it a little better on yourself. Leave any questions you have down in the comments and let me know what you're doing to help your situation be better and what you're doing to keep yourself sane, because that is a very, very important thing right now. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.